Hello, Namaste. My name is Jen. Thank you for being here with me today. This is going to be a flow based off of the Ashtanga primary series to realign your spine. So this practice done consistently over time helps us to bring our spine back into alignment. Okay, so it's a certain sequencing of postures that are put together for a reason um, to benefit the spine. Okay, and the whole entire body. So this is yoga for total body wellness, well-being, moving moving the energy, but also helping to realign the spine. So helping with lower back pain, any kind of back pain that you might have. All right, so I'm starting today sitting on a block. You don't have to, but it is nice to have a block handy. This is really for beginners to advanced. This is all levels. Okay, we just modify. All right, so if you are more of a beginner, it's really handy to have a block, really useful to have a block or two blocks, okay, to help us to modify these postures and really find the sequence, okay. All right, so sitting up in our seat, sitting up nice and tall, I have my hip bones elevated over my knees. All right, so if you ever have any knee pain or pressure, it's nice to elevate the hips a little bit. You can sit on a blanket, a block. You could even prop up a pillow. So sitting up nice and tall, tuning in to the center line, finding the breath, bringing our awareness to the inner body, inhaling and exhaling, becoming more present, more aware of the physical sensations. Inhale, lengthen up nice and tall. Exhale, belly draws in, navel back in towards the spine. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, belly draws in and up, or you can choose to soften the belly on the exhale. Inhale and exhale. The breath brings us into the present moment. So the mind follows the breath. The mind begins to wander, deepen the breath. Lengthen your breath. Lengthen your inhale. Lengthen your exhale. Follow the breath into the body and back out. We're just going to reach our arms up, lifting the chest, sternum lifting up, big full inhale. So a little mini back bend here. Inhale to reach up a little bit longer, a little bit taller, lengthening through the sides of the body. Exhale, belly in, round the spine, chin to chest. Just waking up the spine, warming it up. Inhale one more time, reach up, lengthen up, extend upwards. Exhale, belly in, round the spine, chin to chest. Last one. Inhale, reach the arms up. Sternum lifting up, as much of a back bend here as you would like or you need. Feel your spine, relax the shoulders, the neck and the shoulders. Exhale, belly draws in, chin to chest, round the spine. And maybe setting an intention for your practice today. And we're going to begin on our hands and knees and tabletop. So we can remove a block or anything that you may be sitting on. Going to our hands and knees here. And just warming up the spine one more time and the wrists, okay? So we're going to make some big hip circles, drawing a circle shape. We're going to first bring the shoulders forward. Shoulders coming forward. All right, so you should feel that stretch in your wrists and the forearms. And then drawing a big circle shape. Hips going out to the left, chest coming forward, shoulders coming forward, hips going out to the right, hips going back towards the heels. Moving in one direction and then the other direction. Fingers spread nice and wide. Index finger points forward towards the front edge of the mat. Shift forward and back. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time, inhaling and exhaling, so you can choose to round the spine out here, bringing the shoulders forward. Or continuing to make those circle shapes, just whatever feels good for you, whatever is speaking to your body. Moving the hips around, moving the shoulders around. Awesome, moving the spine around. And then we're going to maybe just roll the wrist out here or shake it out. Spreading the fingers nice and wide, rooting down to the heels of our hands, pads of our fingers, our knuckles, tucking the toes, lifting the hips up and back to our first downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet here, bending one knee, straightening the opposite leg. Breathing into the spine, breathing into the neck and the shoulders, tailbone coming up and back. Chest back towards the thighs. You can gaze back at the navel or back at the feet. Inhale, we're going to look forward and immediately step right foot up. In between our hands at the top of the mat. Left foot meets right, forward fold. Bending the knees, chest to thighs. You can hang and bind. Slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. We're going to reverse swan dive the arms, reach them up and overhead. Little mini back bend if you want to, lengthening up with the sides of the body. Exhale, forward fold, passing through the center line. Inhale, find a flat back for length in a number 7 shape. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step, jump or float to high plank pose. High plank going to low, we drop down to the knees. Press it up, cobra or up dog, extending the spine out of the pelvis here. Lengthening through the center line, through the torso, lifting the chest. Exhale, roll over the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. Immediately stepping left foot up, gazing forward. Step, float, left foot up, right foot meets left. Forward fold, bend the knees, chest to thighs, hang and bind. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Reverse swan diving the arms, extending them out by your sides and up and overhead. Inhale, back bending here, sternum lifting. Exhale, forward folding, passing back through that center line, or you can swan dive down. Inhale, flat back for length in the number 7 shape. Gaze goes at the space in between the eyebrows or any point in space for our drishti, our gaze. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step, jump, float, high plank pose. High plank goes so low. Press it up, cobra or up dog. Inhale, exhale, down dog. Roll over the toes, lift the hips up and back. Looking forward, step or float, right foot up. This time we're going to go to warrior 1. Squaring off our hips here. That back foot is at about a 60-degree angle. Right knee over right ankle. We're in our lunge, squaring off the hips. So left hip bone forward, right hip bone back. Elbows up at the ears, palms face or touch. Sternum lifting up. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, framing the front right foot, step it back, high plank. Chaturanga. High plank goes to low or lowers all the way down to the mat. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Legs rest or engage and lift. Inhale, exhale, down dog. Roll over the toes, lift the hips up and back. Left leg immediately steps up for warrior 1, grounding the outer edge of the back heel down. Squaring off the hips, elbows up at the ears, roll the shoulders down the back. Inhale here. Exhale. Cartwheel the hands, framing the front left foot, step it back, high plank goes to low, moving through a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling out the feet here just one more time, bending one knee, straightening the opposite leg. You can gaze underneath the opposite armpit. Looking forward, step or float. In between the hands at the top of the mat, immediately going to chair pose. So we're going to bend our knees, take the jump through, bending the knees, sinking the hips low for chair, not allowing the knees to go past the toes here. You don't want the knees to go much past the feet. Spreading the toes, lift the toes off the mat. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Fold yourself in half. Inhale, find the flat back for length in that number 7 shape. Gaze goes forward. Spine is extending. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step, jump, float, high plank pose. Warming up the body here, warming up the spine, waking it up. Inhale, upward facing, warming up the upper body. The shoulders, down dog. Immediately stepping right foot up in between the hands at the top of the mat. Sweep the arms up, warrior 1 again. On the right side, hip bones face forward, hips are squared. We are pressing into the outer edge of the back foot. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel the hands, framing the front right foot, step it back, high plank, goes to low plank, hover in a low plank or drop it all the way down to the mat. Press it up, cobra or up dog. Inhale, extending the spine, lengthening through the torso. Exhale, down dog. Immediately stepping left foot up in between the hands at the top of the mat, warrior one. Opposite side, squaring off the hips. Elbows up with the ears, palms face or touch. You can gaze up. Lengthening through that center line. Inhale, exhale, carve the hands, framing the front left foot, step it back. High plank goes to low. Press it up, cobra or up dog. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. When you're in a full up dog, it makes it a little easier to immediately roll over the toes and lift the hips up and back to down dog. Or you can pass through a tabletop, your hands and knees in tabletop, okay? To then go to downward facing dog. It's a modification. All right. One more time. Step, jump, or float in between the hands at the top of the mat. So if you want to practice your float through, we bend the knees, we float off into the shoulders, shoulders coming forward, chest moving forward. Bend the knees, clap the feet up in the air to jump the feet up in between the hands ever so lightly. Bending the knees, sinking the hips low for chair pose. Spreading the toes, lifting the toes off the mat, tailbone going towards the heels. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find the flat back for length in our number 7 shape, tabletop back. Flat back, inhale, exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step, jump or float, high plank pose. So we can bend the knees here, bringing the chest forward, shoulders coming forward. Jumping back to high plank goes to low, press it up, cobra or up dog. Inhale here, exhale, down dog. One more time, warrior one on each side, looking forward. Immediately step right foot up, squaring up the hips. Back foot is grounded at that 60-degree-ish, 45 to 60-degree-ish angle. Inhale, exhale, carve with the hands, step it back, high plank, goes to low. Press it up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Immediately stepping left foot up in between the hands, warrior one. Squaring off the hips, elbows up with the ears, palms face or touch. Sternum lifting up. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel the hands, framing the front left foot. Hands plant shoulder width apart, step it back, high plank goes to low. Press it up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Looking forward, chair. Stepping, jumping, floating. Up in between the hands at the top of the mat, immediately bend the knees, sink the hips low for chair pose. Spread the toes, lift the toes off the mat. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Fold yourself in half. You can bend the knees, bringing the chest to the thighs. You can always hang and bind. Inhale, flat back for length, number 7 shape, gaze goes forward. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step, jump or float, high plank pose. Moving through another chaturanga. High plank going to low, inhale, upward facing, exhale, downward facing. Inhale here, exhale here, take a couple resting breaths in your down dog or in a child's pose. Looking forward, right foot steps up in between our hands at the top of the mat, this time for triangle pose. So we're going to straighten our front right leg. I'm going to utilize the block here to demonstrate. So I just picked this up yesterday at Five Below for $5. So you're welcome to get yourself a block if you don't have one or order one online, but it is nice to have. So for triangle, our legs are making a triangle shape. So the front leg is straight now. Our stance is about the width of one of our legs. If you want to grab your block, we're going to bring our arms to a T, hinging forward from the hips, reaching the right fingertips forward. We lower the right hand down and the left arm up. Stacking our shoulders, sternum spinning up for our Trikonasana triangle pose. So any level of the block for a modification, okay? You can lower it all the way down or all the way up or no block at all. We just don't want to dump here. We want to be reaching up with the left side body. So the right hand can plant inside of the right foot, come onto the shin. Gaze goes up or down, always checking in with the neck. No strain or stress in the neck. 3 to 5 full breaths here in our first triangle pose. Inhale, exhale. Coming up to side facing. All right, so I know I'm not facing you, but I will make my way facing that direction. This is what it looks like from the back side. Big toes point forward now. We stay in our wide-legged stance. We bring our arms to a T. We can take a back bend. Inhale, exhale. So this is like a 5-pointed star. Exhale, we forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Bringing the crown of the head down to the mat. So we bind our ankles here, or we can plant our hands in the same line as the feet. Just taking one nice forward fold. This is a modified, a modified Ashtanga primary series flow, okay? And we're gonna rotate around to the left side for triangle. So the front leg stays straight, optional block or not. Left hand down, right arm up. We twist, opening up the chest here. Shoulder stack, right shoulder stacks on top of left shoulder. Sternum is spinning up as we reach up with this right side body. The outer hip, our rib cage is reaching up. So you can get rid of the block, and maybe this left hand lowers all the way down or comes to our ankle or our shin. Inhale and exhale here, 3 to 5 full breaths. Triangle is good for building bone density. Inhale, exhale, nice opening in the inner legs, thighs. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And we're going to rotate around to the other side, right side, revolving our triangle. So once again, we can take our block. The legs are in our triangle. Okay, so the legs are straight. Same, we're just simply rotating around to the other side. So this time we're going to take a twist, bringing our left fingertips forward and our right fingertips back. That back heel stays grounded. And we hinge forward with the left fingertips, reaching, hinging from the hips, lower left hand down and right arm up. The left hand can go inside or outside of this right foot or to a block. Same thing. Reaching up, 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 up with those fingertips. That right hip bone goes back. We square off our hips here, just like in our warrior one. Gaze goes up or down, checking in with the neck always. Inhale here, exhale here. Strong active arms. Inhale, belly in. Exhale, rotate it around to the other side. We're just immediately going to go to our revolved triangle on the other side. So left side, hips are squared. So draw this right hip bone forward. Both legs are straight, hinging forward with the right fingertips. Reach right fingertips forward. Left fingertips go back. Lower this right hand down, inside or outside of this left foot, ankle or block. Shoulders stack, sternum spinning up. Draw the left hip bone back. Gaze goes up or down. Reaching up, 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 up with those left fingertips. Exhale, belly draws in. Inhale. Breathing into the spine, spiraling through the spine. Breathe into the neck and the shoulders, all the way down to the tailbone, the base of the spine. Inhale here, exhale. Move that energy through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, lengthening through the crown of our head here. Inhale. And exhale. And we're going to rotate around to the other side. You can take your block with you if you want to. Going to our extended side angle. So we're going to bend our right knee over right ankle. I am sweating. It is hot out here. It's probably already 85 to 90 degrees. Fairly high humidity, so I apologize for my sweating. I did get an umbrella though. Right knee over right ankle. For our extended side angle, we bend our right knee now, still staying in our wide-legged stance, right elbow on top of right knee, and reach the left arm up to the sky, continuing to reach up with this left side body. So we can stay here. Our shoulders are stacked. This is a modification with the elbow on the knee, or we lower our right hand down inside or outside of our right foot, or to a block. You could also grab a block here. Or we could get our lateral reaching stretch, bringing the elbow with the ear, fingertips reaching forward, sternum spinning up, pressing, lengthening through the outer edge of that back foot. Long lines of energy. Inhale, exhale, reaching, lengthening those fingertips forward. Gaze goes up, sternum stays spinning up, or we can gaze down, but we keep the chest spinning upwards. Heart is lifting. Inhale. And exhale, other side. Take your block with you if you want to. Just simply rotate around to the left side. Finding our extended side angle. Bending left knee on top of, left elbow on top of left knee. And take your block. Leave your block here inside or outside of this left foot. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Woo! Shoulders are stacked. So you can stay right here or get our lateral reaching stretch, elbow with the ear, reaching those fingertips forward or lowering this left hand down inside or outside of this left foot to a block. Inhale here, exhale here. 3 to 5 full breaths. Sternum spinning up. Inhale here, exhale here, pressing into the outer edge of that back foot. Inhale here, exhale here. Inhale. Exhale, grab your block if you want to, and we're going to rotate around to the other side. This time we're going to just set the block down. We're going to take a prayer twist. So hands are going to go into heart center, into the center line, bending our front right knee over right ankle. So you can keep that back foot flat at that 60-degree-ish angle or wherever it wants to be, okay? So grounding to that back heel, or you can rotate onto the ball of that back foot. So play around with what's going on with your hips today, okay? So that's all mobility in the hips, flexibility in the hips. So we're going to take a prayer twist, hooking the left elbow outside of the right thigh bone or knee. Trying to keep our hands in prayer, twisting in the center line. So hands stay in front of the heart, sternum spinning up. Inhale here, exhale here, belly draws in. Inhale here, exhale here. Or we could open up our arms to a T, really scooping that low belly, stacking the shoulders, lengthening through the back left leg, left side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale here, exhale here. Find space in between the shoulder blades, softening the wingspan, broadening through the wingspan. So strength and flexibility. We are building more space in the inner body. Inhale here, exhale here. Rotate around to the other side. Finding our prayer twist. Left knee over left ankle. So play around with dropping that back heel down or lifting it up. So just notice what you have going on in your hips. Right knee over right ankle, the flexibility in your hips. Right elbow hooks outside of this left knee or thigh bone. Hands stay in front of the heart. Sternum spinning up. Inhale here, exhale here. So we can really scoop everything to the outside of the left thigh to open up our arms to a T. Dropping this right hand down in outside of this left foot or to a block, stacking the shoulders. Keeping that front knee bent. That back leg is straight and lengthening. Inhale here, exhale here, belly draws in. Inhale here, exhale here, belly draws in. Spiraling through the spine, breathing into the neck and the shoulders, lengthening through the crown of the head. Energy is moving up and down the spine from the base all the way up, lengthening us through the crown of the head. Moving any blockages there. Inhale. And exhale, we're going to rotate around to side facing. So, 5-pointed star. I'm just going to face you now. All right, so bringing our arms to a T, same wide-legged stance, big toes point forward. Arms to a T, take a little mini back bend. Inhale, exhale, wide-legged forward fold. You can bind your ankles here as we draw the crown of the head down towards the mat or to a block. Hips and pelvis going back, crown of the head coming down. Inhale here, exhale here. Breathing into the back side of the body. Breathing into your heart and your lungs. Releasing the bind. Inhale here, exhale. We're going to interlace our hands, fingers together like this. Interlace the fingers behind the base of the spine. So interlace the fingers together. We're going to send our knuckles up to the sky as we draw the shoulder blades together. Shoulder blades touch, squeezing the upper back here. So send the knuckles up, 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 up towards the sky. Broadening through the chest. Drawing the shoulder blades together. crown of the head coming down to the mat. Send the hips, the heaviest part of the body back. Hips and pelvis back as we send the crown of the head down. Breathe into the upper body. Head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale here, belly draws in. Inhale here. Exhale here, belly draws in. Releasing the bind. Slowly come up one vertebrae at a time. So find a flat back for length, and then we'll just kind of rise on up using our core strength. And we're going to rotate around to the left side. You can move your block if you want to. And we're going to take a chaturanga. So we're going to cartwheel the hands, framing the front left foot, step it back, high plank. High plank goes to low, press it up, cobra or up dog. Inhale. Exhale to down dog. We're going to this time lift our right leg up, hip stays squared, that back foot is flexed, stepping, floating right foot up, in between the hands at the top of the mat, warrior one. Right knee over right ankle, squaring off the hips, elbows up with the ears, palms face over touch. Inhale here, exhale, open up to warrior two. Side facing arms in a big strong T, we're in our lunge. Right knee over right ankle. Inhale here, exhale. Really broadening through the collarbones, finding the space in between your wingspan, in between the shoulder blades, so we don't want to crunch them. Reaching, gazing just past the right fingertips. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel the hands, framing the front right foot, step it back, high plank goes to low, press it up, cobra or up dog. Inhale, exhale, down dog. Left leg lifts, one-legged down dog, gracefully stepping, floating left foot up, belly in between the hands at the top of the mat, warrior one on the other side, squaring off the hips, elbows up with the ears. Inhale, exhale, sink low, reach high. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, open up to your warrior two. So all we do is go side facing, bringing our arms to a T, gazing past the left fingertips, broadening through the collarbones. Once again, finding the space in between the shoulder blades, in between the wingspan. Inhale here, exhale. Sink low in your lunge, really reaching to those fingertips. Lengthening up through the center line, staying nice and centered here in the present moment. We're not reaching forward to the future or reminiscing on the past, reaching back behind us. Okay, we want to stay nice and centered, focus on our center line in this present moment. Here today, right now. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. Cartwheel the hands, framing the front left foot, step it back, high plank. Optional flow. You can immediately go to down dog here or child's pose. Inhale, exhale, down dog. Left foot is going to step up in between our hands at the top of the mat. Finding triangle legs here. Triangle legs. So I'm going to scoot the mat back just a little bit. Maybe you can see me better. So legs are straight. Triangle legs. We're squaring off our hips. Okay, unlike our Trikonasana triangle, our hips are in the same line. They're in the same plane. Like between two planes of glass in our triangle. But now we square off the hips like our warrior ones where our hips are facing forward. Okay? So front leg is straight, and we're going to take a bind here by the base of the spine so we can reach for opposite elbows, or you can take reverse namaste, reverse prayer. Palms come together and flip the fingertips up, palms face up along the back side of the heart. All right, so it's a strong chest opening posture, so either one is okay. The modification is reaching for your opposite elbows here. Sternum lifting up, slight back bend. Inhale, exhale, folding forward over our front right straight leg. Drawing the right hip bone back. Inhale, peek forward, lengthen, extend the spine. Exhale, forward, fold. Forehead to knee or chin towards the shin. Forward folding over that front right straight leg. Belly draws in. Inhale. Exhale. Chest towards thigh, chin to shin. Folding, deepening on the exhalation. You can always peek forward and lengthen. As you inhale, exhale, fold. Slowly rising up. You can keep your bind. We're just going to rotate around to the other side. Squaring off our hips here. So right hip bone forward, left hip bone back. So Either bind, back bending, sternum lifting, inhale, exhale, forward folding over the front left straight leg, squaring out those hips. Same thing, chest to thighs, chin to shin, or forehead to the knee. Inhale, lengthen, find a flat back, gaze forward. Big full inhale, exhale. Forward fold over that left shin. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Slowly rising up, release the arms. Rotating around to the other side so you can find your T arms, and we're going to find a standing balancing posture on the right side, beginning on the right side. So make sure you are on a flat surface. This deck isn't completely flat, which is not ideal, but a flat surface is best. So we're going to help with the balance and the stability in the foot and the leg. So we're going to start by just grounding down through the right side to that right foot. Right foot is flat, and hugging the left knee in towards the chest. Growing taller in our spine. The left foot can be flexed as well. So we want to anchor down under the right heel, behind the big toe mound and the pinky toe mound. So like there's a triangle in the foot, imagine that. Behind the big toe, pinky toe, and then the heel of the foot. We're anchoring that triangle down, anchoring the foot down into the earth, into the mat to ground and stabilize ourselves. Hugging the right knee in towards the chest. Okay, so we can stay here as our modification. Staying with the knee. Left hand can open up this left knee out to the left. Oh, there's a bug. Left knee out to the left, growing taller in the spine. All right, so this is the modification. Or you could go to tree pose, bringing the foot inside of your right thigh, just standing, balancing on this right side. The brain likes balancing, okay? Balancing out the brain, right and left side of the brain. So it doesn't matter what it looks like or where you're at. But if you would like to intensify, the right hand is going to go to the right hip. The left peace fingers are going to bind the left big toe. And we're going to straighten this left leg out in front of us. And forward fold over our front left straight leg. You can take a bind with both hands. Interlacing the fingers if you want to. Forehead to knee or chin towards the shin. Drawing that left hip bone back. Like I said, you can stay with the knee bent or go to tree pose. Forward fold. Ooh, bending that left knee. We're going to keep the bind, peace fingers with that left big toe as we straighten it and then open it up to the left, opening up the gate here. Inhale here, exhale here. Tall spine, flat back. Counterbalance, reaching that right arm out to the right if you want to, or like I said, stay with the knee. Bringing it back into the center line, releasing left foot down. Shake it out. Great job. I'm going to face you this time. So we were balancing on the right side. So now opposite leg and foot. Okay, so hugging the right knee in towards the chest. It's okay, just do the opposite side. If you started with the left, do the right now. So anchoring down to that whole left side of the body. Hugging the knee in towards the chest, grow taller. Or maybe staying here with the knee, opening up the gate. You can take that tree pose, bringing the foot inside of the thigh, or even down inside of the ankle. You can just simply kickstand the foot, or inside the calf. Just don't want to put the pressure on the knee, so you can kind of walk that foot all the way up to that inner thigh. All right, so that is option A. B or C, option B or C with me. Left hand goes to the left hip, and we bind our right peace fingers with our right big toe, and we